everything around them. And so I said, yeah, I got to lose control. So how do I do that? What ways are there? So I considered bungee jumping first, but I thought, no, that'd be bad on my back. The broom going down the bottom, no, that wouldn't work. So the next thing would be, tandem sky jump, because because that would be totally out of my comfort zone. And plus, I needed to give myself to a higher power, whether it be spiritual or some other psychological manifestation.
Complete letting go.
Complete letting go.
And seeing where you land.
Yep. And so, but I knew from there I had to make firm decisions about how I'm going to go about it. So, so I couldn't put it off. I couldn't procrastinate. I couldn't hum and ha and dilly-dally around. So I immediately made a booking to when to do it, and that was going to take place in about 5 days' time.
So was this up here in Cairns?
No, this was down in near Murray Bridge, which is by the River Murray in South Australia.
I was there last week.
Ah, Murray Bridge, yeah. I don't know many people there, but yeah. But the Tandem Sky Jump, it was about 10 k's out of there, and so so I made the booking, and so I had to look at how could I prepare myself to do it and feel and lessen the anxiety and stress. So what I did is so because that's the fortunate thing with the internet and YouTube. There's many videos on various subjects, but with also tandem sky jump, plenty. So just went through quite a number and seeing how the process and what the individuals go through, and also the companies, what they do to support them, so I went through a few, the successful ones, nothing. Because I heard there's a couple up here, was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the successful jumps.
Pretty much like 100% hit rate of success?
Yes.
Yeah, not 98, not 96,
no,
100%.
100%.
No.
Yeah, so I kept away from those others. Yeah, so I watched quite a few, and then prepared myself by visualising, what I would do if I was in their position. Like getting ready to go on board the plane, and when the doors open and all that sort of stuff.
How did it make you feel when you were visualising?
That was okay.
Did it bring up any feeling?
Anxiety when doing the visualisation, but it was I think it was low, so I kept it low. I said, no, this is what
Just hearing your story, I'm getting anxious.
Yeah, and this is what but I knew what I needed to do. I can't back out. This is what I want to do, because I knew the alternative. If I didn't come back to the old ways, old habits, old routines, which were going to kill me in the end. And so I went through all that, and plus the day prior to doing it, I had to make sure that I actually drove there, familiarise myself with the roads and the facilities and what plane they got and so forth. So I did that the day before, and in fact I got lost 3 times because I get so anxious. Because you want to do the right thing and be on time and all that. So one with that sort of anxiety can get themselves lost quite easily. Even though you're only a few meters away from the place.
You still don't see it. Yeah, exactly.
But fortunately I had phone contact with the place, and I could get in touch with them and they'll give me directions 3 times.
To your life in Genza.
Yeah, it's only around the corner. Oh yeah, yeah. And so I did that, and plus before I was paying attention to the weather, and and the weather indicated that there was going to be rain and cloud and so forth, and so.
What happens if it's raining?
Well, they would contact you and say that no, there'll be no sky jumps, and that's exactly what happened in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, had to be cancelled and postponed for another day.
Did you feel relieved or
No.
upset?
Well, I felt anxious again
Could
because well, the thing is that because it was good that another scheduled jump was made for a few days' time. Yeah. So that was good. So I knew that I had something once again to look forward to, and then it can't be always put off. Yeah, or could it? So but the fact is that you had to go back and you go through all the processing again.
Yeah.
The visualization and so forth, and so came the morning, and I started driving towards it, and a huge fog around the area of where I was living, and it spread all the way to Murray Bridge and beyond. It was huge. Yeah, and one could tell that usually with those fogs in that area, they lift after a while, and it turns out to be a beautiful day. And but ring, hello. No, we'll have to postpone the jump, which was scheduled for 8:30. We'll have to wait for the fog to lift. So waiting around. Ring, 9:30. No, the fog's still. So the anxiety. When will this be over? Yeah, so it had to be postponed again. But by 10:30, the fog had lifted. Yeah, it was way well and truly gone. And so
before 10:30 happened, and they kept calling you and saying it's postponed. Were you at any time feeling I can't do it anymore? I've got to cancel.
No.
Why not?
No, well, I knew that it would take place because logic will tell you. Yeah, you're familiar with the fogs in the area, and they would lift and so forth. And that was that reassurance also came from the operators.
But obviously, with your visualization, you had strength that the postponement and the anxiety would have been building in you.
Oh, slowly. So, but anyway, I was more focused on getting there on time and getting myself ready. And fortunately enough, so I got there and met with the instructor, and he was very supportive and understanding, and he went through the process. Yeah, so I knew that what sort of a plane I was going to get on, and I knew being instructed and with the harness and what to expect. But I also visualised, that once I'm up in the plane and up in all that at that height and about ready to jump, I knew exactly what I was going to say, because in the old movies and so forth, those parachuters that jumped off the plane, they would scream out Geronimo. So I screamed out Geronimo. So that gave me that reference point as I was hanging out there.
Oh, to keep you calm.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So that was the preparation and planning that I had to go through in order to do it.
Excellent.
And how did you feel when you got back on the ground?
Quite emotional, in fact, because I was carrying a photo of Cheryl, and so once I got onto the ground, I almost that's right, because you landing feet upright, so when I was about to stand up, I almost went bang. But I sat there and I stood there and pulled out the photo, and that really brought back But I knew from that moment, this is something that I need to move forward with, even if it meant losing a lot of the back, being detached from the background, from things that had happened in the past. So it's a whole lot of thoughts and emotions.
I don't know if you've had this experience or whether it's completely obtuse to you. You wrote the book as letters to Cheryl.
Well, kind of letters, yeah.
Does she ever talk to you as well?
Well, that's often the case with those who are grieving for a close relative, spouse, or whatever. And I went through that period of thinking that one was communicating or wanted to communicate to someone, try and get some sense of normality, thinking that it just wasn't for a lost cause, and that they were still part of your life. And that's what happens with grieving. And so you go through that cycle, those difficulties in questioning everything. Whether you're being rational, whether this is all fantasy, whether in fact there is a spiritual world, and all those questions. So I went through a period of that. Probably even recently, those thoughts go through your mind.